Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the Doomer Otaku. This is the first video I'll be doing showing myself. I won't be showing my face in this until a future video, but here I am. Today I will be doing a shelf tour of all of the anime that I have. I have been collecting for quite a while, and I figured I'd document what I have and do maybe monthly updates, do some box reviews of some older shows, and to show some cool things. So here is the whole shelf. I believe it's around 6 feet tall or so. It's pretty full. I plan on getting a smaller shelf in the future, just to hold maybe my manga specifically, since I don't have as much, or maybe just a totally different big shelf and then have two shelves half full. But I'll be moving soon, so I'll have to figure that out later. So up here I have Time of Eve, the collector's edition, the art book, well, it's called the fan book, My Neighbor Totoro, Blam, Ping Pong, only the first volume, and the first volume of Blue Period. I recently watched Time of Eve the other day. It was really good. It's set in like the future where cyborgs or androids are starting to take place and people don't really like them, and most of it's in a coffee shop. Blue Period actually got a anime release and it's still airing. It's been pretty good so far. I look forward to see how well they're gonna adapt it. Up here I also got some figurines and a custom Bionicle I made. Moving to the next row, it's the start of some boxes. This is Boogie Pop, My Love Story, Tada Never Falls in Love, and Birdie the Mighty. This VHS set is actually pretty rare and hard to find. It's the subtitled version, you can tell because it's green. Most times you'll find someone has the first one subbed and the second one dubbed. The dub is not good whatsoever, so if you can find both in green, you're good to go. Next is my Evangelion DVD Box Set. I got this for a really good deal quite a while ago. Now it's shot up in price because it's on Netflix and everything, and more people are figuring out what it is. Next to that is Death and Rebirth and the End of Evangelion movie. It actually also has the poster still in it. Something I forgot to mention about this is that sometimes you'll find fake versions. I'm pretty sure mine are authentic DVD copies. There's minor differences between the artwork on them. And next is not Evangelion, also called Razafon, something that gets compared to a lot. It's a mecha with a boy main character, and it's has a lot of same voice actors and everything. Came out, I think, 2002 or so. And then right next to it is the PS2 video game that was only released in Japan. And the only reason I bought this was because it has a unreleased OVA that is only raw. There's no subtitles or dub. And this one has dub and sub. It's really good. Also comes with the movie. It's complete with all the inner paperwork and everything. It's really neat. Might do a separate video on that in the future. Moving along is my Dragon Ball collection. I have the first 4 seasons of Dragon Ball Z and the complete collection of Dragon Ball GT. It's still sealed. I'm probably gonna binge watch that sometime in the future. Some Broly episodes. Blue Submarine 6. This is the start of some shows that I have bought in, and then right after that they come out with Blu-ray versions. So I'm probably going to pick up the Blu-ray in the future, but for now it's just DVD quality. You might notice I have Avatar right next to that. It's not really an anime, but it's close enough. I might as well put it on my shelf. And then another one called Mononoke. Next on the shelf, I have the start of my collection of Sentai. Most of these are DVD. Some of them aren't Sentai, as you can see over here, but majority of them are. Some notable ones are Short Piece. It's a short film series. It's really good. They don't sell it anymore, so it's actually kind of hard to find. Then I also have Memories. It's also a short movie series, 3 different ones. It's really good. It's the second of the I bought it just then, and then right after that they come out with a Blu-ray, including a dub. This one is only subtitled, so I'll probably pick that up sometime in the future. And then Macross Plus is a really great movie. I'd highly recommend watching it. Moving right along is the start of my Melancholy of Harley Suzumiya box set collection from 2006. It's complete with everything, including like the pillowcases, the shirt iron-ons. It comes with her ribbon and the R-band that says SOS on it. It's really cool. The owner I got it from left the plastic sealing on and just cut it open to open it up. I wish they did a second season box set like this, but that never came out. I'll have to buy the Blu-ray of the show eventually so that I can have season 2. Intermixed into that is Jinro. It don't really have much else where to put it. It just fit nicely in here because not all of these boxes fit nicely. Then is the start of my Fate series collection, which is actually just my Aniplex stuff. These are the 3 Fate Heavens Feels movies. They're really good. Highly recommend watching them. Buying them, on the other hand, it's like paying an arm and a leg for something. Don't recommend doing that. And then right next to that is my collection of I Want to Eat Your Pancreas and Rascal Girl Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I mispronounced that, but anyway. 2 really good movies. I have them just cut open through the plastic so I can leave the plastic on there and keep them nicer. I wish I did that with these ones because of the price. Next, I have, let me focus in, my collection of CDs. I recently picked up the Ghost in the Shell and Cowboy Bebop OST. They're really cool. They're sealed. I put them back in the sealed wrapper. The OST actually comes with a mini disc, and I didn't know that. I have some other random things like the FLCL soundtrack. This, I don't know what this one is. It's just older. And the Rama soundtrack, some of them. And then this is actually the complete collection of Cowboy Bebop. Well, that's what they call it, but it's not really. The reason I bought this one is because it has Gotta Knock a Little Bit Harder and some other stuff, while this one does not. On the next row is the Ghibli and random other stuff through G-Kids. As you can tell, it's pretty full also. Not everything's Ghibli, like Fireworks, Perfect Blue, this one, that one, that one. This one, this, I mean, quite a few of these aren't actually Ghibli, but I have started a Blu-ray Steelbook collection of the Ghibli films, and I plan on getting rid of a few of these other ones, like Kiki, Tales of Earthsea, Howl's Moving Castle, and Ponyo. Those are only DVD, and getting the Steelbook and all of them would be really cool. Next, I have my Funimation Collection. I have some pretty cool things like the Ghost in the Shell 4K edition, Lucky Star, and Nichijou. I have some Violet Evergarden, and the 3-movie collection from Project Ito. It's a really great series. I highly recommend. It was written by a guy who got cancer and died. He wrote these in the hospital as books, and then they turned them into movies. 100% recommend watching. And then all these other ones are pretty great to watch too. Here's some more of my Sentai collection, except all of these are Blu-ray. Some notable things I have are like Clanad, almost all of the Girls and Panther series that have been released, except for one that I don't have, and one that's still on pre-order. And then I have other things like Princess Tutu, and a really fun series called Squid Girl. You saw that earlier in my DVD collection, but I really wanted the Blu-ray. 100% recommend getting that instead of the DVD. Next, I have Alice in Murderland. I picked it up initially a long time ago because it was a hardcover, something I'd never seen before when I was young. Right next to it is JoJo, and then Goodnight Pun Pun. I have that sealed still because I want to pick up the rest of the series and read it all the way through. Moving along, I have some more Sentai and Funimation stuff. So some really cool series like the Count of Monte Cristo, Eden of the East, the Full Metal Alchemist movie, Hellsing Ultimate, the complete series, Black Lagoon, including the Trail of Blood or something like that. Yeah, Roberta's Blood Trail. It's a OVA. Gunbuster, and then the Slim Disc series for His and Her Circumstances. Next to that, I have Berserk, the Box of War edition. It was pretty hard to collect this. It was a nice challenge because they only came with the first few discs in it, and you have to buy the rest separately. So it's a mishmash of finding prices that are good for it. Next to that, I have The Legend of Black Heaven. And then some really odd stuff is my foreign films. And by foreign, I mainly mean European discs. All the rest of it is European, and since Blu-rays and DVDs are bound by regions, I had to actually buy a European Blu-ray player. I got these because some of them are really expensive in America, like Baccano. I'd spend like 2 to 3 times the price I paid for it. And then other ones like The Place Promised in Our Early Days / Voices of a Distant Star and Children Who Chase Lost Voices. They're hard to find in America just because they're older and kind of random things. And then Anthem of the Heart, I don't think that even got an American release. And then Garden of Sinners is another Aniplex one, but I bought the European because it's like $100 less than the American one, so it's much better. I haven't opened it up yet. I've only seen the first one online, but plan on watching all the way through that. Moving down, I have my Komi Can't Communicate series. As you can tell, I was rereading through it, and that's where I was last. They just started airing the show. I think 3 or 4 episodes are out by now. It's been pretty good so far. And then there's just a random Naruto headband. I picked this up this last weekend. It's called The Witch and the Beast. It's a pretty interesting show. Not show, but manga. I'd recommend maybe reading it. I'm not sure. I don't know how many volumes of it exist. Next, I have The Ancient Magnus Bride. It's a really great series. I watched the anime. I don't have it yet, but I want to pick it up. I have more of that series down below we'll get to. Then I have When They Cry and Engaged to the Unidentified. That's another Sentai one, but I don't have room above with the other Sentai. My shelf's a little cramped. Going on, I have Blue Flag. It's a really great manga. It's only 8 volumes. I highly recommend. I'm actually lending out a few volumes right now. And then, although it's a romance series, right next to it I have some horror manga. So here's my Junji Ito manga that I've collected so far. They're all really, really good. The quality is amazing. And then I also picked up this bad boy the other day, No Longer Human. It's the actual book, and I have the Junji Ito illustrated manga version of it. Here's where I said I had more Magnus Bride. I have the spin-off kind of book series and the supplementary guides. Next to that I have Kokoro Connect. It's a really great manga. They don't print it anymore, so it's kind of hard to find. I had to buy the 5th volume online from a random website. And then I also have the Ancient Magnus Bride spin-off series. There's 2 of them so far, and I think I have the majority of the volumes. There might be 1 or 2 more. Moving on, I have After the Rain. It's a really good romance. It's kind of strange at first. I have the show, which adapts around half of the manga, but once you finish it, you really understand what it's about, and it's really a joy to go along the ride with it. I have the Place Promised in Early Days, Garden of Words, and 5 centimeters per second manga. These 2 are books. I have the show above. I really liked it, so I figured I'd pick that up. And as you can see in the frame, I also have the Full Metal Panic show, the box set. I got that just this last weekend at an anime convention for a pretty good price. It's in great condition also. I'll do 2 rows at the same time now. I have some random stuff. These are just some DVD series I have. A lot of older ones like Robotech and Bubblegum Crisis. I have the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. And as you can tell down here, just some random manga, a lot of one-off things, some Yu-Gi-Oh manga, Pandora Heart, Spice and Wolf, some samplers too that I've picked up over the years. Next to that, I have some more one-off stuff, some older discs that aren't quite legal that my grandpa had, and the beginning part of Black God, also called Kurokami. That's another out-of-print manga that I'm collecting. A lot of the volumes that I'm missing, especially the later ones, get quite pricey because not too many people collected them. And to finish it off, I have Heat Guide J. That was just a random series I decided to pick up once. It's the whole series, all of it's sealed. Haven't opened it whatsoever. And then there's Trigun and the first 2, I believe. Maybe not. I'm not sure what volumes they are of Technolize. I want to finish collecting that series. It's a pretty cool sci-fi show. And then I just have a random light novel at the very bottom. Thanks for watching. That was my shelf tour. Leave a like and maybe subscribe. And comment if you want me to do many in-depth things about any box set on here or possibly a review. Have a nice day.